You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al...
Live from Smitty1.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Take a lap.
What is going on, good people? We're back again. We were here earlier because we had breaking news. Jerry Jeudy arrested. We'll talk a little bit more about that in case you missed the show. And we're talking about the NFL schedule being released because we have the NFL schedule release drop party here starting at 5 o'clock PT time, 8 o'clock Eastern. Let's go. So we'll have a lot to talk about here in this hour and a half. We'll break it down. First, let's get back to the Jerry Jeudy situation. Hit that thumbs up button. Jerry Jeudy, that thumbs up button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're new. Jerry Jeudy arrested. And the report we had here earlier was being held for charges of second-degree tampering with a domestic violence enhancer, a misdemeanor. We don't know what this is going to be. Second-degree criminal tampering, and then a domestic violence enhancer that could be misdemeanor. We don't even know what the charges are going to end up being. Does that mean it gets enhanced up to a different charge? We don't know. We're waiting to kind of hear details on it, but he's being held on no bond, which is not a good thing. And Schefter did add at the end here, innocent until proven guilty, which is an important part in terms of life and what we expect in the real world. But when it comes to the NFL, they could slap his hand just for getting arrested. So let's make no mistake about it. It's not looking good for Jerry Jeudy. He's probably looking at, as of right now, making a very early guess. I don't have information right now. None of us do. We're trying to break it down live. So I'm giving you an early guess. My early guess is that Jerry Jeudy will be suspended at some point during the 2022 NFL season, probably to kick it off. Things could get delayed. Who knows? We don't know how it's going to shake out, but likely looking at a 2 to 4, 2 to 5 game extension, suspension extension. So look for that. First in the building was Matt, then Mealy, then Vamp, then Spacula, and the Bruce is in the house. We've got Phillip, Nathan, Pocket. We got all Pocket saying, where have you been? Overcome, where have you been? Jeb, where have you been? Tariq's in the house. Dylan, all of you, appreciate you being here. AA, AAA, quadruple A. Everybody is in the house today. Jerry Jeudy, the like button, and do it now. We'll break down the schedule. The leaks have come out. You've got the Bills versus the Rams in week 1, which is fantastic. That's an amazing game. We got a lot of stuff that's being leaked out. So we'll go over that. And, Russell Wilson, what happens with Russell Wilson? Do we knock him down a peg or two? Honestly, I don't, but because ADP will, because human beings will knee-jerk react to this and overreact to this, that Russell Wilson now becomes an even bigger steal than he already was. Russell Wilson was an absolute monster steal walking into this morning before we knew this information. Russell Wilson was going well past the top 5 quarterbacks. Russell Wilson was going in like round 6, 7, 8, depending on how early you guys reach for quarterbacks in your league. Every league's a little bit different, but Russell Wilson now maybe falls to 7, 8 round range. Who knows? I think round 7 could be pretty doable for me. Getting Russ Wilson, who could be a top 5 quarterback. Now, I know Jerry Jeudy out 2 to 4, 2 to 5 games. That could be bad. He may not even miss time. He may actually get this postponed or whatever. We don't know. No one knows. But if I was a betting man on this topic, I probably would lean in the direction, and it's just my opinion, I'd lean in the direction that he gets suspended right out the gate in week 1. Probably 2 to 4 games. But it could unfold so much differently than we think. That's why it's important to wait and see. Congratulations to all of us. We're at 11K. Appreciate all your support. You guys made that happen. You guys make the show. I couldn't do what I do if it wasn't for you guys. So round of applause to everybody watching right now. You guys are the show, and I appreciate it. Let's get this sucker to 20, 25K by the end of December. Let's ball out. Let's ball out. Let's have a year. Let's have a year, shall we? Okay, let's hit the voicemails right away and get right into what you guys are thinking in terms of all this news that's just lambasting us with updates here.
Hey, Smitty, is the Jets backfield one to handcuff with Carter and Hall?
We're going to the voicemails. I know you guys love.
It's voicemail time. Drop a voicemail at the Fantasy Football Show on the gram. Tell your grandma.
He'll punch you in the throat.
Bruce, sorry.
Hey, Smitty, is the Jets backfield one to handcuff with Carter and Hall?
Absolutely, the Bruce. And I appreciate you being here, the Bruce. The Bruce is the man, the myth, the legend. You definitely need to cuff Michael Carter. Michael Carter's the cuff. Breece Hall's not the cuff. Like, some people have it twisted. I don't understand how anybody in their right mind could think that Breece Hall isn't going to ball. Breece Hall will ball. He's practically 7 feet tall. And if you don't think he's going to bring it in 2022, then I don't know you. Breece Hall, his cuff is Michael Carter, and the two need to be drafted together. And the good news is people are so scared off by Michael Carter, no one's going to grab him too early. You have no business letting Michael Carter slip out of your kung fu grip if you are a Breece Hall drafter in 2022. In fact, you should be ashamed of yourself. And if you don't grab Breece Hall, I'm going to 100% make you... I'm sorry, if you don't grab Michael Carter, if you draft Breece Hall, I'm going to 100% make you...
Take a
Next voicemail by the Bruce again.
Also, with the Bills running back, should you handcuff Cook and Singletary, or should you just draft one share of the Bills backfield?
More interesting question, the Bruce, and I think that really comes down to where you're getting these guys. If you're getting, so in the case of Singletary and Cook, you're talking about like where are you drafting these guys? If you can get both of them very late, it's a very crafty running back too. It's a very likable strategy and approach at your running back too, especially if you wait and hold off on running back. But the problem is James Cook is getting a lot of hype. I think James Cook could climb really quickly on a lot of people's draft boards too high, to a high risk, maybe still medium to high reward, sure, but a high risk. I'm not sure I love that. So I'm going to say that for right now, yeah, it's a cuff, but it's a wait and see cuff. You got to see where the ADPs fall in order to buy into that strategy. But it's a good strategy on its face.
Hey, Smith, it's Tariq. With the NFL season scheduled to be unleashed in the next hour and a half, which matchup are you looking forward to the most this year, at least at the beginning of the year? Thanks, pal.
I mean, I love this Rams-Buffalo Bill matchup. I think that could potentially be a Super Bowl matchup. I think whoever the Chargers play in Week 1 is going to be very, very appealing to me. The Broncos matchup's now going to be something to look at. I'm interested in the Niner matchup in Week 1 against the Bears, which has been leaked. That's great news. I think the Niners get off to a hot start. Trey Lance can get a win under his belt. Yeah, roar Bears, Smitty. You're just gonna write off the Bears just like that? You guys are a work in progress. I think I love anybody can win any game, but I love the fact that Trey's gonna get the Bears in Week 1 and have a chance to really, I think, unleash his full potential and show everybody flashes of brilliance to come. I think I'm going to be watching that Chargers matchup. I'm very interested who my Cardinals are playing. It'll be fun to check it out once it drops. Kenny P.
So just to put into context the chances of Denver playing without Jeudy for a few games. Last year in December, they played Oakland and rushed 14 times for 18 yards against a stacked box. Without the threat of Jeudy there, Javonte might be in for some hard games to start the season.
Kenny, I know that sounds logical to you, and I appreciate you, Kenny. You know I'm one of your biggest fans, but you are not factoring in that Russell Wilson's under center. Jeudy, like to judge the Broncos with only Javonte and Melvin Gordon and wide receivers that can't get the football this is a very different thing. It's like, unfortunately, Kenny, I'm going to say Smitty, I'm not going to even punch the Smitty disapprove button on that, but I disapprove with that take because it's Russell Wilson. It's completely different. Russell Wilson will lead this team to a win in Week 1, and they will be ultra efficient in the passing game and the rushing game, and especially the rushing game. You will not see stacked boxes against Russell Wilson, bro, just because Jeudy, who I like, but just because Jerry Jeudy, who I like a lot, I'm emphasizing, I like Jeudy a lot, but he hasn't proven anything yet. Okay, as much as I love Jerry Jeudy, he has not proven anything. So taking Jeudy off the board sucks, but they got plenty of time to prepare for it. And Cortland Sutton, KJ Hamler, Albert O, Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon, the combination of all of them, pal, Tim Patrick, they're going to get it done. Russell Wilson's going to be efficient. I'm not scared at all. I'm not scared at all, bro. At all. Kenny. Not take a lap worthy, but Kenny, no. Bruce.
Also, what's the latest, the very latest I can go without drafting a running back?
This guy, the Bruce, he's wanting to push the envelope at every turn of everything he does. This man loves to experiment. We're going to call him, I don't know, the Bruce is like, he's like Walter White in how he likes to experiment and get into the shop and just try out different things. This man wants to push the envelope. The latest you want to draft a running back, I don't know, the Bruce, it's not going to work out every time. If you go zero running back, every 4 times you try it, you're probably getting one team that you're not really happy with. It's unfortunately the cost, but when you land it, bro. So it's all about risk versus reward. It's all about how many leagues you play in. If you play in 1 or 2 leagues, maybe I wouldn't go true zero or B, although I am best player available, but I find it hard to imagine you could always find yourself in a zero RB approach going best player available, because in best player available, it factors in your team needs as well. Best player available doesn't just mean you draft the highest guy on the ADP list. That's not best player available. People mix up best player available all the time. Best player available is grabbing the guy that fits your team, your build, your team needs, that has the most ability to explode and has the lowest ceiling, or the highest ceiling. Highest ceiling, highest upside, and fit. Doesn't mean that I take the top guy ranked. I don't agree with ADP half the time. So why am I going to use ADP to draft? That ain't the way it is. Let's see here. It looks like there's Lerd is posting some new information on this Jerry Jeudy case. Let's get to Twitter, and I'm going to screen grab this, but might not be good information that's dropping on Jerry Jeudy. The update's looking bad if this thing is correct. If this thing is correct, it is not looking good for Jerry Jeudy. Let me look up this guy here, Kyle Clark. Who's Kyle Clark? Not Channel 9. Okay. Well, he's verified. He's from Channel 9. I can't speak to his accuracy and how good this guy is. But Lerd, thank you for alerting me to this information. This is breaking on Jerry Jeudy, courtesy of Lerd, who sent me this from the News Channel 9 guy. I don't know where. Right here, Jerry Jeudy admitted to investigators that he locked his child's mother's wallet and baby formula in his car because she took one of his phones, per documents obtained by writer. She told investigators she wanted to leave Jeudy. Oh my God! Breaking news! Jerry Jeudy admitted to locking his child's mother's wallet and the baby formula in his car. He held the baby formula and the wallet hostage. If this is true, I don't know that anything's going to develop from this. How are you held on no bond for this? This is what I told you when I started. I guys like Aaron come in here like usual. Negative Aaron. Is Negative Aaron in here? Negative Aaron comes in and says, Smitty, come on, Smitty. He may not get suspended, Smitty. I said from the beginning, if this is an arrest that doesn't feel warranted, that's how Jeudy gets out of this. That's how he doesn't face a suspension. If this is true, and this guy Kyle Clark, let's see, it looks like Kyle Clark is next with Kyle Clark. Don't just watch. News Channel 9, NBC, weeknights at 6 p.m. Dad, husband, journalist, proud. 8 million worldwide. Thanks for... Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's credible. I have no idea who Kyle Clark is. But if this is true, and this is what we're looking at, if this is why Jerry Jeudy was arrested and held without bond for taking a wallet hostage, taking baby formula, recklessly locking baby formula in a car without air conditioning on, then, man, things are not looking good for Jerry Jeudy. If this is truly what's going on, Jeudy, I don't know if anything comes out of this. This is kind of weird. This is weird. Being arrested for this doesn't make a lot of sense. Being arrested for this, if true, we don't know if it's true. We don't know if Kyle Clark has the right information. Maybe he does. Maybe Kyle Clark becomes a friend of the show. I don't know. But so far, I'm not feeling like Jerry Jeudy's in as much trouble as we originally thought. We'll find out on this. I might have to do an update on this later because we don't really know. There is a shortage of baby formula. That is true. Didn't quite factor that in. Yeah. I mean, during this pandemic situation that we're still coming out of economically, not with the masks and stuff, but like baby formula is a hot commodity. I'll tell you, I've got a 1.5-year-old that just got over the baby formula. We skated by just a small amount of I don't know, just relief here in this, because we don't need baby formula. We were trying to get baby formula. When we quit using baby formula, we went straight to the straight milk, the straight shots of milk we give this baby now. A little Smitty, the second. We were literally trying to find baby formula all the time. It is a shortage. I suppose The court will factor in that baby formula is hard to come by, and when you lock it into a vehicle and do not provide it to the mother, that's a potential domestic situation if I've ever seen one. We'll find out. If there's video footage of this baby formula in the car, it's over. It's over. Consider him toast. Put a fork in him. Wow. If Jerry Jeudy, Lord, thank you for bringing this up to me. If Jerry Jeudy literally just locked the mother's wallet and baby formula in his car, and that's why he was arrested without bond, what I said from the beginning of my last live stream, if there's a reason he got arrested and it was a reach, an overreaction, and they didn't look into it properly, that is his way out. But yeah, Goodell's probably still going to come down on him and say, damn. Wow. Okay. Let's hit the voicemails again. We still got some more voicemails to go. Wow, that's breaking news. I wonder if that's true. I wonder how much of that is true. Did I get to the Bruce's second question?
Does this push up the value of every other Denver receiver like Sutton and Hamler? I'll even include their tight end Alberto, since Judy's probably going to be missing. I'd say at least 4 games.
You're a little late to the party there, the Bruce. We just broke that maybe he's not missing any time at all. If he does miss time, then sure, you're seeing a value uptick in freaking Alberto for sure. 90 of you in here, punch the thumbs up. If you're just joining us, we just learned potentially by Kyle Clark, News Channel 9. We don't know who this guy is, but hopefully he's legit. He's verified. He's News Channel 9, whatever. He's saying Jerry Jeudy admitted to investigators of locking his child's mother's wallet and baby formula in a vehicle and not giving it to her. And so if that's why he was arrested, I don't know that anything's going to be made of this. I think he's going to skate free of this, just like I said at the beginning of the live stream. If things were blown out of proportion by police and they didn't do their due diligence and they just arrest somebody for this type of thing, I don't know. Yahoo Sports is reporting it as well. This guy might get off on this, and for good reason. So maybe Jerry Jeudy's going to be okay. We'll keep this on screen here. That's good news for Jerry Jeudy owners. Baby formula is not safe around Jerry Jeudy. We know that, but that's it. I don't think he's a threat other than to baby formula and maybe, some leathered skin wallets out there. This kid is not a threat. And let's put him back on the field, shall we? This is from Kevin.
Just curious what you think about this trade I was just able to pull off in my rookie draft right now. We're currently in, I think, the 3rd round. I traded away Elijah Mitchell before the draft started. I traded away Elijah Mitchell and the 4.5 for Ezekiel Elliott and the 2.7. And with the 2.7, I drafted Davis Price.
I like Price, but I'm not excited you got Zeke Elliott, bro. I'm going to tell you right now. I just got off my last show, the last live we did. We ripped on Zeke constantly. He could have a couple good games and he's going to flatline on you. So I don't know that I love that trade. I like Price a lot. I do like Price a lot. So I think, somehow that could work out for you because I think Price could be this year's Mitchell. But, Zeke Elliott's done, bro. Zeke Elliott's done. I don't know that I can spit it.
The guy was drafting 2 spots after that 2.7. I'm sure he was targeting Davis Price, and I took him right in front of him.
Good job on that, bro, but I don't know that I like Elliott. Elliott's not, he doesn't do anything for me, bro.
Smitty, what it do? It's your boy Kevin.
Kevin!
Hey, with the schedule being announced, what fantasy impacts does this have on certain players and certain teams? What shifts are you making in the rankings?
We're gonna be going over that as things officially come rolling out. There's a lot of leakage. The NFL schedule. I'm pulling it up and refreshing constantly. Supposed to be released officially at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Right now, there's only leaking that's going on. But once we have the official schedule, we will break it down and talk about it. We can't break it down at every single level and angle, but we will be discussing it most definitely. So get ready for it. Appreciate everybody here. Mr. B, what example can they give Oh, I think you're just making fun of this charge. Yeah, I mean, God, I don't think anything happens to Jerry Jeudy. I don't think. Hendricks, what's up, pal? What's up? Mr. B in the house. Week 1 already out, Smitty. Oh, you talking about week 1? Yeah, let's pull up week 1 and look at week 1. Week 1 NFL schedule. Let me see if I can pull a screenshot on to the screen. Week 1. It looks like week 2 might be out too. Maybe week 1. Okay, so let me drop these on screen here because we do have week 1 we can look at right now. Giants. Let's put it on screen here. Here we go. This is the week 1 schedule. We'll break that down. We could break down other things, but really only week 1 is a focus for us right now. I mean, we'll take a look at stuff once it officially drops here at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Week 1. We got the Thursday night game, Bills versus Rams. This is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Aaron, the thing about Aaron, the thing I love about you is that sometimes you don't read or listen fully, Aaron, because your boy Smitty addressed this at the top of the show, that if there was an overreaction by police, Jerry Jeudy wouldn't face a suspension, and all I see is comments by you. Come on, Smitty! He's not going to get suspended! Aaron, you have to learn to read the full report. Aaron, you have to learn to watch the full show. Take a lap, Aaron. Take a lap, Aaron. Here he is again. Look at Smitty. You said 2 to 6 games. Aaron, take a lap again. This guy doesn't listen. This guy does not listen. He's like my mom. He hears what he wants to hear in one ear and out the other. Back to the week 1 schedule. Bills, Rams. Love this game. We probably couldn't have asked for a better Thursday night game. And odds are it'll be a nice scoring affair. This won't be one of those games where it's like it's a low scoring. I mean, good defense the Rams have, but I don't know that I think there's going to be a lot of scoring going on. So it shouldn't be a boring game at all. You've got the Niners versus the Bears. You've got the Patriots at the Dolphins. That's an interesting inter-division game right there. I'm going to say, let's go through the wins and losses. Or let's predict wins and losses. Bills, Rams. Give me the Bills. That's a tough one, though. That's a tough one. That's a 50-50 game right there. But give me the Bills. I think the Bills are hungry. I think the Bills are upset about how things shook out for them. And it's gonna be a Bills affair in this one. It'll be a good game, though. Niners at the Bears. Give me the 49ers. I think Trey Lance is going to unleash on this Bears defense, and I think the offense, respectively, the Bears offense is not up to snuff when compared to the Niners offense. The Niners offense will be legit. It will be on fire. It will be potent. People are going to realize that Trey Lance has these weapons. People right now don't realize that Trey Lance has weapons. Trey Lance has weapons. Colts. Oh, Patriots, Dolphins. This one's tough. I like what Miami Mike is doing, but it wouldn't shock me if Bill Belichick beat this man and taught him a real hard lesson, number 1. It doesn't mean that Miami Mike's not going to be good. It doesn't mean Miami Mike isn't going to be able to turn this ship into a very successful steering ship that can sail through the NFL seas with any team in the NFL. But it could be a rude awakening. Bill Belichick could definitely put it on Miami Mike in game number 1. That said, I don't know that I love the Patriots and what they're doing this offseason and in the draft. They've done some good things. They've done some things I've questioned. They, the way they build their offensive weaponry around this Mac Jones kid is kind of head scratching to me, because I feel like they don't provide him with enough weapons and an arsenal, but they run the ball well. Defense. I'm going to go ahead and say Patriots are gonna teach Miami Mike lesson number 1, but Miami Mike's smart enough to learn from it and move on from it and grow from it. Colts, Texans. Texans are gonna surprise some people because Davis Mills is pretty darn good, but I think they're still in developmental mode. They're still in rebuild mode. They're not like focused on winning. Not saying they're throwing games or anything crazy like that, but they're definitely, I think, looking to 2023. They're gonna try and win games. Mills is gonna try and do his best. I think he'll look good in this one. I think the Colts will do well in this one. I think the Colts, Matt Ryan will look pretty efficient and have a pretty decent game 1. I think JT's going to go crazy. And the Colts pull off this win right here. Mr. B says, Lance throws an ugly spin. That offense truly is perfect for him, and he's natural in the pocket. I don't think he throws a ugly football at all. I think there's some players that throw differently than others. Like Kurt Warner threw a beautiful football. It was like a wobbly duck, but it was so beautiful. Like, I wouldn't change it for anything. Kurt Warner's throw was unique, and it was how the ball traveled through the air amazingly, and it was soft for wide receivers to catch on these like floaters. So it's like you can say one person's spiral is better than another's, but sometimes these quarterbacks throw a certain way for a reason, and they've learned to do that, to let the ball drift and fall in certain ways. Like, so don't rip on Lance's spiral, bro. Don't go there. Lance has got a phenomenal toss of that football, man, and you're gonna see him unleash it. He's got a cannon, bro. Get ready. Saints at the Falcons. Wow. Give me the Saints, I guess. Give me the Saints. I think Kyle Pitts might have something to say about that. But I think the Saints will probably, it depends on if Kamara's on the field. So maybe we come back to that. If Kamara's suspended, if Mike Thomas isn't playing, then we got to circle back and maybe call this a 50-50 game. But if Kamara's on the field, if Mike Thomas is on the field, Saints are going to win this game. I think the Falcons are not ready. The Falcons don't have the quarterback support. I don't think Mariota is the guy. I'm going to go ahead and say that that this is a Saints win. How can you call Trey Lance's spiral and throw ugly? The dude started 2 games last year. Are you guys out of your minds? Get ready for a beautiful football. Trey's got a beautiful throw. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, the Trey hate in here. It's unbelievable. Green Bay Packers at the Vikings. This one could be tough. This one could be tough because I think the Packers won't necessarily be in rhythm. I'm going to go with the Vikings on this at home. I'm going to go with the Vikings and say that the Green Bay's going to have some growing pains into this new offense and trying to get these receivers on par. I'm going to go ahead and say that. Eagles at the Lions. I'm going to go ahead and roll with. This is tough because the Lions are very underrated. I don't love Goff. I don't think Goff is the guy. I think the Lions need to move on from Goff in order to get themselves into a position where they can utilize all this talent. I'm going to definitely say the Eagles win this game, and Jalen Hurts blows people out of the water. Just blows people. Like, people are going to be just shocked at how good this kid is. Just unbelievable. Jalen Hurts is so doubted. I can't wait for him to prove every one of you negative Nancy's and fantasy Karens wrong, because the dude's going to light it on fire. And he's got A.J. Brown in there. He's got Devontae Smith, who people are forgetting about. Now they can run the football a little bit, better with Miles Sanders and whoever they run the ball with. But it'll probably be Miles Sanders because now they got a little bit more opened up passing attack. Steelers at the Bengals. Give me the Bengals. There's no way the Steelers could win this game against the Super Bowl appearing Cincinnati Bengals, who are going to come out just firing on all cylinders. Give me the Bengals by a nice margin. Not that the Steelers don't have a good team on their hands, but they don't have the right quarterback support yet. Trubisky. Mariota, Trubisky, same thing. Like, these guys are both in the same spot. They're trying to prove that they were overlooked. I don't think Trubisky was overlooked, but I'm rooting for him. It would be fun to watch him rise up and be this monster, but I don't think it's going to happen. Browns at the Panthers. I'm going to say the Browns. I'm going to say the Browns win this game. We don't know what McCaffrey has left, or if it's going to show its nasty, monstrous head. This McCaffrey character that can't stay healthy. I think he's going to ball out whenever he plays, but how many games will he play? Quarterback questions. DJ Moore can't get the football consistently. can't become that wide receiver that a lot of people thought he could become. He's kind of like McLaurin. DJ Moore and McLaurin are kind of two wide receivers lost in translation, waiting for quarterbacks to come in and deliver the football to them. Browns are going to win this game because the Browns are going to run the ball. Who knows who starts at quarterback? We still don't know what's going on with Deshaun Watson. Maybe he gets suspended later. Maybe he gets suspended right away. Maybe Mayfield doesn't get traded and Mayfield comes in and starts and he's capable of winning a game. But I think Chubb in this running game will do wonders in week 1 and the Browns win this game. Jaguars at the Commanders. Give me the Jags. Give me the Jags. I don't believe the Commanders will pass the ball consistently. I believe the running back by committee is kind of a mess, and I don't like it. I don't like rotating of backs. I think Gibson should be leaned on, and they won't lean on him. I think the Jaguars are kind of underrated here, and I think they come in and win this game. I think they do. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Jaguars could lose the game, but some of it depends on ETN. So this is very early on, knee-jerk, live reacting. Okay, I reserve the right to change my mind. The two games that come to mind right away looking at this that I could change my mind on, the Patriots, Dolphins, I could change my mind on that. I said that the Patriots will win, but I could see myself changing my tune there. The Saints game, Saints beating the Falcons. You got my MT, you got Kamara, a lot of uncertainty there, so we'll come back and circle around that one. Jaguars, Commanders, I could see myself changing my tune on that one, but for now I'm going to go Jaguars. Ravens at the New York Football Jets. They're not the New York Football Giants anymore. It's the Jets, baby. The New York Football Jets. This team is building for the future. They're going to be the football team of New York moving forward. Bookmark it. Get ready. Ravens are going to probably win this game, but the Jets are going to look good. The Jets are going to start building for the future, showing flashes of what they're going to bring to the NFL in the coming weeks and months. Hey, subscribe if you're new and hit that thumbs up on your way in the door. Smash it. Jerry Jeudy, take that like button hostage like Jerry Jeudy took the formula and that wallet. Lock it in the car. Just hit that like button as aggressively as Jerry Jeudy treated that baby formula that he got arrested for. Unbelievable. If you don't know what I'm talking about, apparently, according to this guy from News Channel 9, this local channel, I believe in Denver, said that Jerry Jeudy was arrested for taking baby formula and a wallet hostage and locking it in his car. And he got arrested for that. I don't think anything's getting made of that, if it's true. Let's see here. Giants, Titans. I'm going to go with the... Man, that's a bad game. You got the Giants who... I don't believe in their offense yet. I don't believe in Danny Dimes. I believe in Dable, which is shocking to me that Dable didn't draft Malik Willis or a quarterback that I thought would have been a perfect player to put right behind Danny Dimes if Danny Dimes failed. Barkley's going to try and kick off the season on a positive note. I think he could, but will Barkley stay healthy all year? I tend to think no. Titans, Derrick Henry, is he back? Is he not back? A.J. Brown, no longer in the picture. Depleted offense for sure, which is going to trickle back down to Derrick Henry playing not as good as we thought. But I think in this one, maybe Derrick Henry can have a couple games where he's a monster and then he gets hurt again. I don't think Derrick Henry can hold up. You can't hold up with the workload that you've received if you're Derrick Henry. If you're getting 26, 27 carries a game, you're going to break again. If you don't get 26, 27 carries a game, you won't produce Derrick Henry numbers. You just can't. So it's a double-edged sword. Derrick Henry's not going to save you in 2022. He's only going to disappoint you. If you drafted him or you're going to draft him, I'm not saying he can't ball out in week 1. He could have 150 yards and 2 touchdowns in week 1 against the Giants. That's a good matchup. Derrick Henry could do that damage. Doesn't mean that I'll be wrong. It means that if you draft Derrick Henry, take advantage and sell him if he does end up going off. I'm going to say Titans win this game. I think Burks is not going to replace A.J. Brown, but I think he's really good. I think you still got Derrick Henry versus Barkley, and you got two quarterbacks. Without A.J. Brown in the picture, one quarterback is not really better than the other. So I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going to go with the Titans. I'm going to go with the run, and I'm going to say that they try and win through Derrick Henry, whether he stays healthy or not. Raiders, Chargers. Oh, what a game. What a game. What a game. Interdivision game. One of these two teams could win the division. I think it's going to be the Chargers. I think the Broncos could win that division. I think the Chiefs could win that division. Any one of the Raiders, Chargers, Broncos, or Chiefs could win the AFC West. It is a stacked, phenomenal division. I love this game. You know what my pick's going to be. The Super Bowl winners of 2022, in my opinion. I'm projecting the Chargers to win the Super Bowl. I'm projecting Herbert to win the MVP. If they don't, Denver, I think, could win the Super Bowl. Even with this Jerry Jeudy debacle that might be undone. We might see this undone by the end of the day. They might release Jerry Jeudy and apologize to him by the end of the day. We don't know. Chargers win this game. Chargers look like the team to beat in the entire NFL, and especially the AFC, and especially the AFC West. Give me the Chargers beating the Raiders, but it will be a fun battle to watch. My Cardinals at home versus the Chiefs. What an opener. The Cardinals have the toughest schedule in the NFL. I don't care what schedule analysis people have said. They're like 4th or 5th or 6th. They're the toughest schedule in the NFL. And this is proof of it. This is probably one of our easier games. It's crazy. The Cardinals have the worst schedule. Cardinals are going to get beat around, I think, by the Chiefs. The Cardinals could win this game. They could win this game. But I'm going to go ahead and say the Chiefs win. And I just can't. I mean, I know Mahomes doesn't have Tyreek anymore, but oh man, it's gonna crazy. Let's go Bucks, Cowboys. I'm gonna say the Bucks win. Bucks win this game. Cowboys are gonna have a good year. I think they start off with a loss, but they're gonna have a good year. Bucks are the Bucks. Brady's not losing this game, in my opinion. They give the Bucks this win. Broncos at Seattle. Broncos still win this game. I don't care what's going on with Jerry Jeudy. Like, ultimately, I don't care. Russell Wilson's a top 5 to 6, top 5 to 7 minimum. Like, that's the latest I'm gonna suggest he could fall. Top 5 to 7 NFL quarterback in fantasy football quarterback in 2022. Russell Wilson will ball. Whether Jerry Jeudy's on the field or not, Russell Wilson will ball. No. Come on. Twitch has to, one of the main Twitch watchers right now has to drop this nonsense. Come on, bro. Tua over Herbert.
Take a look.
Come on, bro. I appreciate you, Beach. I'm glad you're here. But that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard probably the entire season. That was probably the worst comment I've read on my show in 365 days. Minimum, bro. Minimum. That could be one of the worst comments I've ever seen. Beach, you must be a Miami Dolphin fan, which I appreciate, but that is ridiculous. That is blasphemous, bro. Bills are your favorite Super Bowl prediction. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be a favorite by most people. They're going to be a favorite. Matt, appreciate you being here. Lance was still very talented, but super raw. Lance is going to ball. Get ready. Get ready for it. Beach is on something, maybe. Beach, everybody wants to know what you're on, bro. Tua over Herbert. Herbert! Tua! Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's going to be a tough game. I'm not saying the Bucks are going to just roll them, but I think the Cowboys will still have a good year. I'm on Earth. I don't think you are, bro. I don't think you couldn't possibly. If you think Tua is better than Herbert, you're either unapologetic, blind Dolphins fan, which is fine. Like, you can just admit it, but you are not on planet Earth. If you are not a Dolphins fan and you are not on something, you are not on Earth, bro. You're probably on, I don't want to say Mars or Pluto, because we usually use those as, you're on Uranus. You're on planet Uranus, bro. I'm a Patriots Jaguars fan, but I see the next John Elway and Tua. Oh my God. I don't want to be too hard on you. Beach, because I appreciate you. I appreciate different opinions, but this is getting worse. So let's just move on. Let's just move on. Tua over. Bucks are superior to the Cowboys. I think ultimately they win the game, but it's gonna be a tough game. This is a great schedule. Let me rise this up together and put it all in one little area here. This is a fantastic schedule for week 1. What a good group of games. My favorite game to watch will be this Charger game. I think that's probably my lead dog candidate. I can't wait to watch Russell Wilson. And I knew that the Broncos would face. I knew that Russell Wilson would face his former team in week 1. I should have seen that coming. I mean, like in retrospect, it's so clear as day. Hindsight's 2020 on that one. That's just crazy. I thought about it, but I actually predicted Seattle to. I think I said the Niners because I thought maybe Niners would get a kick out of facing a Russell Wilson-less Seattle Seahawks. But now it makes so much sense. Broncos at the Seahawks, and to put them in Seattle, like what a day, what a guy. Roger Goodell is. What a guy. Let's rub salt in the wound. Let's put the Broncos up against his former team in Seattle. Rub it in to Seattle fans. That's going to be an amazing game just to watch. Opening day, Bills, Rams is fantastic. Steelers, Bengals is solid, but that's not even close to the best game. Packers, Vikings will be good. Chargers, Raiders, Broncos, Seattle, just because that's going to be a fun game. Bucks, Cowboys. These are all great games. This is a fantastic week 1. I'm excited. This couldn't have got me more excited. Home opener party at my LA house for the Chargers hosting the Raiders. Smitty crew, tequila shots. Michael K, CPA. I'll see if I can get there. Maybe I can join you on a Zoom call. Okay. Let's go back to the voice messages. Kevin, I think... Did we get yours?
Smitty, what it do? It's your boy Kevin. Hey, with the schedule being announced.
Yeah, so Kevin, there you go. I got to Kevin's question, I think. What other questions we got? Let's go to the phone lines real quick. I don't know that we're going to go over too much more. Week 1's really the bread and butter of the early analysis. I don't know that we're going to dig deep into the schedule. So, honestly, week 1's all we needed. That's probably what we needed most. Phone lines are open. You guys want to dial in? Call in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Call into the show. Dial 602 NFL. Dong.
Dial into the show. 602-635-3664. NFL Dong. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
What's up, Smitty? This is Robert.
What's up, Robert? What you got?
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, man, would you trade CeeDee Lamb for Jameson Williams and Christian Watson straight up?
Probably not. I like Christian Watson. I like Jameson Williams, but these are unproven players. One of them coming back from an ACL tear. The other one's got a lot to prove. I like him a lot, but I'm not trading CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's going to have a year. I just feel like that's a move that feels logical, right? If you can't win now, it's an okay move, but it feels like a move you'd make always fighting for second place. You might be an amazing team, but will you win a championship? You're better off finding that Davis Price, type running back, that might, for whatever reason, not get drafted or fall to you, and you end up like having CeeDee Lamb and that player versus these two players. You know what I mean? Like, figure out a way to supplement that second spot, and I take CeeDee Lamb over either one of them. Like, just make you get active and figure out a way to fill a hole differently than trying to get two players like this for one.
All right, another question. My daughter got me distracted.
Don't worry.
Would you give up 2 first rounds for A.J. Brown? And this is another part of this question. Would you give up 3 first-round picks for Patrick Mahomes?
3 first-rounders for who? Pat Mahomes?
Yeah.
Is it a 1 QB league?
No, it's a super flex.
Super flex, 3 first-rounders. Are any of them going to be top 5 picks?
I don't think they will. Even if they do, I still got other first round picks for that year. I got
Okay.
like 5 left.
That is a lot to pay, but I think in a super flex, maybe it's worth it. Can you win now? Does getting Patrick Mahomes make you just a contender right away?
Well, let me tell you my team. So my team is at quarterback. I have Trey Lance. I have Justin Fields. I have Ryan Tannehill and Daniel Jones. I have Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker, Jalen Waddle, Kadarius Toney, Treylon Burks, and Garrett Wilson. I have Jameson Williams.
Yeah, I mean, your team's good.
And I still have... Okay. I still have 7 first-round picks, and I just feel like I got too many picks for this league.
Yeah, I would definitely start trade. I would also trade Fields, and this is what I would do. I would try and trade Fields for the one pick next year that you think has the best shot at being the 1.1. If you already own that, then I guess you don't need to go that route. But you could use Fields to go get a DK. You could use Fields to go upgrade into Javonte using one of your running backs, ETN and Fields for Javonte. Javonte is very undervalued. That would be my number one plan of attack for you. Go get Javonte Williams. Use Fields. It's a super flex. Go make it happen, man. You can do that, or get DK if you're using Fields. Like, you should be able to easily get that. You can maybe even get a pick and get another pick or something. But yeah, go get Mahomes.
All right, thanks, Ken.
Yeah, man, appreciate you. Call back if you have another question.
Call into the show. Dial 602 NFL. Down.
Dude has 15 first-round picks in the next 2 years. He does, man. I mean, you might as well trade him if you got that many of them. Try not to give away the 1.1, though, Robert. You're live on the show. What's up, pal?
Eddie, what's up, man? This is Dan.
Who? Dan?
Dan, yep.
Dan the man. What's up, Dan?
What's happening, bro? I'm in a 12-team half PPR league. It's a one-keeper. I'm keeping Jamar Chase for a 5th round. It's a no-brainer. As I get to kind of mocking out where I am, I'm picking at the later half of this draft at 11. I'm looking at the running backs that are going to be there. And after that star group of the McCaffreys, the Harris, the Eckler, I'm not loving who I'm going to get right there. And I'm not comfortable with taking Tyreek Hill.
Is Breece Hall going to be there? Is Kenneth Walker going to be there? What wide receiver?
Oh, yeah. They're going to be there for sure. I mean, you think taking one of those guys with my first round is going to be viable when a guy like...
This is a key. How many players do you keep? Just one each year?
Just one, yeah.
I mean, Breece Hall is a second-round pick in redraft. He's a first-round pick in Dynasty, so this is technically the second round. So, yeah, I mean, he's fine there. But I'd have to have a full list of all the players available. But, like, if you're not comfortable with Tyreek Hill, what wide receivers will be there? If you already have Jamar Chase, you don't necessarily need to go wide receiver. You probably a little bit more advantageous to be balanced if ADP and best player available allows for it. And my guess is you might, if Najee's gone and Javonte or Breece Hall will probably be there, you can't start a draft off better, in my opinion, than going Jamar Chase in round 1, which essentially in your mind you did because you already have him. And then round 2, this is round 2 because it's a one-man keeper. You get Javonte Williams. If you get Javonte Williams and Jamar Chase, you're starting off with potentially 2 top 5 overall players.
Absolutely, and I get back-to-back picks. Essentially because the person at the 12th spot is keeping Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
To that 112.
So go get.
So I get them.
Yeah, get Breece Hall. Get Breece Hall. Get Javonte. Get Jamar Chase. And I don't know if you saw my video of my favorite draft strategy of 2022, but it's to trade your third rounder into the second. So you've got your first rounder. You've now got 2 second rounders. You draft Jamar Chase or Jefferson in the first round. You draft Breece Hall and Javonte Williams, both of them in round 2. You literally can do that with what you have right here.
Let me ask you this. Would you rather take those guys over DeAndre Swift?
I would, but it's arguable. Like, you could argue Swift over Breece Hall. I wouldn't take Swift over Javonte,
Right.
but that's me. But you could easily argue Swift is one of those guys, sure.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at, like deciding between, because I would say if Nick Chubb is there, I'm going to pull the trigger on that, or if Kamara is there, those are the two guys that I maybe could be there. I don't see that happening, but that's essentially what I would want to happen. But then getting comfortable with one of these running backs, it's scary because honestly, I do have faith in a guy like Zeke still. I have faith in a guy like Aaron Jones. And I think, honestly, pulling the trigger at even my second pick on one of those guys is too high.
On which guy?
Like a Zeke or Aaron Jones,
Dude,
one of those guys.
I mean, no way. All right, pal. Appreciate you. Call back if you have another question.
Thanks, bro.
Later. All right, boom. Oh, come on. Not with the Tua stuff again, Beach. Come on, bro. Tua has worse offense, no solidified superstars around him first 2 years. Don't stop with the Tua stuff.
You've just been Smitty disapproved.
No, Beach. Okay, Tua's not it. Okay, he's not it.
Call into the show. Dial 602 NFL. Dong.
Smitty, you have a Dynasty channel. You shouldn't be doing this. Doing what? I have a Dynasty channel. I shouldn't be doing what? And thank you for reminding me. If those of you that haven't subscribed to the Dynasty channel, go to let me put it in the chat. Go to the youtube.com/Dynasty Fantasy Football, and let me put that in the chat right here. And it's right here. Sub to my Dynasty channel at https://youtube.com/Dynasty Fantasy Football. Fantasy Football. I'm putting that in the chat. Subscribe to it. The channel is lit. We're going to be doing basically a video a day. I think that is correct. I pinned it in the chat. We have literally a lot of people don't know about it yet. So I put it in the chat. I pinned it. Subscribe to the channel. It's gonna be lit. I'm gonna release one video pretty much every day. And the nice part about the Dynasty channel versus the main channel, this is a lot of long form content. We do live stream after live stream. All of our Dynasty live streams, our Dynasty mock drafts, will be done on that Dynasty channel. So if you want to do any Dynasty mock drafts, you've got to be subscribed to the new Dynasty channel, which I just pinned in the chat. The live chat. I'll put it in the comments if you're rewatching this later on a replay. I'll put it in the comments and I'll pin it. But the nice thing about the channel is there'll be one player videos on one player at a time, whereas this is longer form content. It'll be 8 to 12 minutes, one player at a time. Pretty much every video will be like that. So, Smitty, what happened to the mocks? It's only May 12th, bro. It's only May 12th. We cannot mock. This is not a mock draft channel. I know you want a mock draft all the time, Johnny. And Johnny, we will mock draft. Believe me, I mock draft more than any channel out there. But that doesn't mean that the Monday through Friday shows will have anything to do with mocking. Because I personally don't like mock drafting all the time. That's not fun content for me. I do it for you guys. We will definitely mock draft more than any channel you can find on the internet. That will be late at night. We'll do mock drafts all the time at night. It's only May 12th. You know, June, July, August, and early September will be mock drafting constantly in the evenings. But this is a new show. This is an NFL show. This is a fantasy football show. It's not a mock draft show. So during the day, Johnny, I'm going to probably not do much mock drafting. I'll do once in a while, Johnny. We'll do a mock draft here and there. But I'm just not what I enjoy. Like, you want news? You want me breaking down stuff? Or you want to just sit here and 12 of us have fun while the rest are like, well, I'm out of here. Like, that's not fun to me. That doesn't... And honestly, that hurt my elbow, Johnny! Ow! Johnny!
Take a look.
I blame Johnny for that. Oh, I hit my elbow right on this glass board. Oh. Okay. Russ schedule straight fire this year. Russell Wilson's going to ball, bro. Appreciate you, Johnny, even though. Yeah, somebody call the ambulance. Smitty's down. Scooby says Tua's trash. I don't know if Tua's trash, but he's definitely not a great quarterback. But he could have a good year. He's surrounded by a lot of talent. I take Hurts all day over Tua. You hear me, Beach? I take Hurts all day over Tua. You're comparing Herbert? Like, come out with something a little closer, bro. Herbert crush. Herbert's the number one quarterback in the NFL this year. Herbert's the number one fantasy football scorer in the NFL in 2022. Herbert's the GOAT. He punches people in the throat, and that's the end of the story. That's the end of discussion. Who's subscribed to the Dynasty channel yet? Raise your hand if you just subscribed. I need everybody in here to run over there and subscribe. I've pinned the link in the chat. Let's build that Dynasty channel up. Who's calling in?
Call into the show. Dial 602 NFL. Dong.
If both of them don't move the needle, what are you talking about here, Swaggy? Ben sub, thank you, Pearson. Appreciate you. You know I'm on the Dynasty channel. Thank you, Scooby. Appreciate you. I got 7 picks in the first round, Andrew. I think I'm pretty much guaranteed to get the top pick. That would be awesome, Robert. If you can add Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker or both to your situation. Or if you're talking about in 2023, if you could add Robinson, you're going to be in the money. Go get Mahomes and start building for that 2023 season and trying to win now. The Bruce has been subscribed to the Dynasty channel, which is pinned in the live chat and will be in the comments below pinned. Thank you, the Bruce, for being there, thick and thin for the show. Hurts and Tua doesn't move the needle. Oh, Hurts is going to move the needle, and he's going to surprise some people. So get ready. Trade one for Skirt Low-key, huh? Any final questions you guys have? Throw them at me. Hit me with it. What are we talking about right now? This Jerry Jeudy stuff is going to be. Thank you, Matt. Matt subscribed. Hype for 2023 already. I've got 3 first rounders. Get ready for Robinson. He's probably going to be the top guy. All right, phone lines. I'm closing down. Appreciate everybody who dialed in. It is off. Phone line access denied. There's your schedule, 2022 week 1. Rest of the schedule is probably out right now. I'm sure they're doing schedule releases on NFL Network and all that. But let's go to week 2 and just take a little gander at week 2. Week 2 is out. Week 3 is out. Looks like the whole schedule is out. Here's week 2. This is week 2. Let me drop it all on screen for you guys. Week 2. Two Monday night games in week 2. The Bills, Titans, Vikings, Eagles. That's some pretty good games. Cardinals at the Raiders. Of course, the Cardinals have yet another tough matchup because that's all the Cardinals have. They're the worst schedule in the NFL. It is tough. The toughest schedule in the NFL by far. Here's week 2. Week 2, you have Thursday night game. Another amazing game. Look at that Thursday night game. Chargers at the Chiefs. Another win for the Chargers against a tough KC inter-division game. You got to be out of your minds. That's the schedule maker is trying to create heart attacks and raise blood pressure. Look at that. Chargers at the Chiefs. Dolphins at the Ravens. Jets at the Browns. So Chargers win. Dolphins at the Ravens. Ravens win. Jets at the Browns. That could be a toss-up right there. I'm just going to tell you, the Jets might take a loss in week 1, roll into week 2 and say, we are not going into the night without being heard in our rebuild year. Yes, 2023, 2024 will be our years, but 2022 will not go away. They might give the Browns, without Watson, a run for their money. We will see. We will see. I'm going to say Jets win that game if Watson's out. If Watson's in, then I think that the Browns win the game. But Commanders versus the Lions, give me the Lions at home. Colts versus the Jags, give me the Colts on the road. Bucks at Saints, give me the Bucks easy. Didn't even hesitate. Then we got this right here. We've got Panthers at Giants. Ugh. Give me a tie. Give me a tie. Panthers. I think the Giants start off 0-2. Patriots at the Steelers. Give me the Patriots. Falcons at the Rams. Rams. Seahawks at the Niners. I knew that game was going to be in the first or second week. Give me the Niners. What an amazing week 2 matchup. An amazing week 1 matchup. Bears and Seahawks starting off 2-0 for Trey Lance and the Niners. Bengals at the Cowboys. Give me the Bengals. Oh, that's 2 losses in a row for the Cowboys. I made them losers in week 1. Now they play the Bengals. 0-2. The Dallas Cowboys. Rough start. Texans at the Broncos. Give me the Broncos. 2-0. Cardinals at the Raiders. Cardinals at the Raiders. Cardinals are 0-2. It's brutal. I'm being honest. I'm being objective here. Bears at the Packers. That could be a tougher game than you think. But I'm gonna go Pack. There. I don't think the Bears will have everything ready and in tune. Titans at the Bills. Give me the Bills. That would have been a good game if A.J. Brown was there, but no, the Titans aren't the same team anymore. Bills. They probably thought that was a great matchup when they were doing it. Vikings, Eagles. Give me the Eagles in this one. Give me the Eagles in this game. That's week 2.
Hey, Smitty, I kind of feel David Bell's landing spot's a little underrated by people. I know he had the bad combine, but I think it's a good fit for him.
Yeah, I mean Bell's okay. I think he just falls into that category of wide receiver that may or may not surprise some people, but you gotta almost like draft him in hopes that you get something, but you can't overdraft him. Let's see here. Have you ever loved somebody? Can you learn to love somebody when somebody loves you? Have you ever known that feeling? Oh, that special feeling when somebody loves you. Thank you for serenading me. I appreciate that. Lance, Bears going 0-17. They'll be the worst. Lance and the Bears. So you're saying the Niners and the Bears? What are you talking about, Matt? Lance and the Bears. You're saying the Fields and Lance are both going 0-17? What are you talking about, Matt? What are you talking about, pal? Giants are easily one of the worst teams in the league. They may be the worst team in the NFL. Absolutely agree with you, Lance. Absolutely agree with you. Oh, you're talking to Lance. Lance. You're saying Lance, comma. The Bears will go 0-17. You're talking about this Lance Dominguez above. Now I know what you're talking about, Matt. My bad. Matt's probably going. There he is. Smitty, I was replying to Lance. Leave me alone. I was about to hit the take a lap button. I was like, and then I saw Lance up above, and I said, that's got to be what he meant. I'm good on Bell. He's going to be decent, but nah, says Robert. Yeah, he's good, but I don't think he's going to come out. Not yet. Give him time. I'm not writing him off yet. Jeb says, who has more doubt, Trey Lance or Jalen Hurts? That's a good question. Probably both have similar doubt. People are doubting both of them, and I think both of them are going to ball out. That's the funny part. So this week 2 is pretty crazy. I don't think we need to get deep into week 3, week 4. I might do a show where I do every single prediction, and we'll do it on like an Excel sheet, and then we'll look at the records, and so yeah, that'll be good. Lance winning the Super Bowl, says the Bruce. Look, here's the thing. Trey Lance, Joe Burrow getting into a Super Bowl was crazy at the time. Your boy Smitty was all about this Joe Burrow situation. Bengals winning the division. And there's only so much you can do to the pushback. Like, you just got to, like, wait. You got to let it play out. Could Lance make a Super Bowl appearance? I think the Chargers or Broncos or Bills win the Super Bowl. Broncos, Chargers, or the Bills win the Super Bowl. I repeat, Broncos, Chargers, Bills. One of those teams wins the Super Bowl in 2022, in my opinion. But could Lance and the Niners face that team that wins? Yeah, they could. And I think people that act like Trey Lance and this loaded Niners team, defense to offense, offense to defense, top to bottom, this loaded Niners team isn't capable of, if you think they're not capable of doing what Joe Burrow and the Bengals just did, you're not paying attention. I'm not saying it's a lock. I'm not saying the Niners are for sure going to be in that NFC Championship game. I'm not sure that the Niners will advance to the Super Bowl. But I do know that if this team advanced to the NFC Championship game with Jimmy G under center, who they carried the entire season, he's not a winner anymore. Stop with that. If Jimmy G was carried, what do you think's going to happen with Trey? What do you think's going to happen with Trey? Trey's going to take this team to the next level, and I can't wait. Bills, Chargers, Broncos, one of those AFC teams will win the Super Bowl in 2022, in my opinion, and they will face either the Bucks, the Rams, or the Niners, if I had to guess right now. Everyone thought it was crazy when Josh Allen took off. Why can't Lance? Exactly, bro. Because people think Lance can't be Josh Allen. But yet, people that say that didn't know Josh Allen was coming either. They doubted Josh Allen's arm and accuracy. Those people doubted Joe Burrow and the Bengals making it to an NFL Super Bowl in a sophomore year out of Joe Burrow. People laughed at the Bengals winning the division. And now they're back to say, yeah, Lance can't be Pat Mahomes. Lance can't be Pat Mahomes. He can't be the next breakout quarterback. He can't be Josh Allen. Well, buckle up and get ready, because there's a strong likelihood that Trey Lance is absolutely phenomenal. So get ready. No one is Josh Allen, says Turtle. Guess what? When I said Josh Allen would be the next Patrick Mahomes, you know what people said? He can't be. There's no one he's not going to be the next Patrick Mahomes. That's a joke, Smitty. How could Josh Allen be that good? Your boy Smitty, as a rookie, said he'd be top 1 to 5. I know quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are my wheelhouse, bro. So get ready. Get ready for the Trey Lance unveiling, because it happens right away. Which Niner wide receivers do you buy into? I mean, look, Ayuk and Debo, and they're both going to have amazing years. I like Danny Gray. I don't know if he'll be used enough as a rookie. I hope Shanahan does put him on the field often. But, I mean, Debo's going to have a big year as long as he stays healthy. And if he doesn't, then Ayuk's going to carry the load. So they're both going to have good years. I think Debo's better than Ayuk. I think people are crazy when they call Debo a lesser pure wide receiver. People don't know what they're talking about. Debo didn't play full wide receiver all year, but that wasn't because he couldn't do it. He was the number 1 wide receiver in the NFL in yards per catch. Debo Samuel. And he's being called a lesser pure wide receiver than Ayuk. Give me a break. Ayuk is good. I actually predicted Ayuk to go to the Niners. And a lot of people didn't know who he was because I'm in Arizona. He was at Arizona State. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. This Trey Lance doubt is out of control. Herbert is QB1. Absolutely, Matt. Stop following the masses. Think outside the box. Absolutely, Robert. Hurts is a great QB. People found out this year. They'll find out this year. Yes, sir, the Bruce. We're going to find out long and painful. Long and painful, like. Daniel Jones, what? What, Beach? Daniel Jones is awful. Andrew says, Trey Lance can't support 2 wide receivers and Kittle. Get ready. He's not Jimmy G, bro. He's not Jimmy G. Jerry Jeudy. Maybe, bro. Maybe not. He might get completely off on this one. What about Trey Sermon? What to do with him? He looks quick and he's doing well, but yeah, I mean, it's Mitchell's team, and Price is probably the better option than Sermon. And for everybody that thinks, oh, Smitty, you were so wrong on Sermon, go watch rewatch the film. Almost every time I talk about Trey Sermon, I talk about cuffing him to Eli Mitchell. The duo actually won leagues. Actually, that was a great prediction. And if you want to take just part of it, you can, but that's not accurate. And you kind of need to take the same approach this year. This year, Price is Mitchell this year. Price is the Mitchell of this year. Mitchell is Price. Price is Mitchell. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. Make sure you cuff Price and Mitchell together. I repeat that part of the Mitchell success and predictions are going to come from having the duo cuffed. I was wrong on Stevenson last year. Guys, beast mode. I love Stevenson. I hope he gets into the lineup. I know I said a couple times I think he'd start some games. He did, and he looked good. Looked real good. Absolutely love him. I hope Stevenson gets more starts in 2022. Smitty, what is Alan Lazard's fantasy value? Probably, high-end wide receiver 3 material. Thoughts on ETN? I like ETN a lot. Liz Frank injury, we got to monitor that. We still need to find out he's fully healthy. He's like probably 85, 90% right now. Maybe more like 95%. We'll see. But we have to get confirmation that he's over that and not going to be hampered all year. Stevenson won't be the same this year. Why do you say that, Pearson? What about Trey Sermon? Got to that. Sermon's trash is Matt. What's up, Moldy? Appreciate you being here. Moldy in the house. What's up, Moldy? Subscribe if you're new. Hit the thumbs up on your way out the door. We went a little over today. 20 minutes over. That's okay. We try and keep it an hour show to make sure everyone knows what to expect. We keep it fresh. Keep you wanting more. Fantasy Football Show is live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, but sometimes we got to do OT. Sometimes your boy Smitty has to do an emergency live stream earlier in the day that has no relation to the regularly scheduled Monday through Friday show. This show is Monday through Friday. This show is every single day, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I answer every question in the comments, so drop a question in the comments. I will get back to you. And know this one thing. If you walk away from the show remembering one thing, okay? They do this when they knight you as a knight, slap you across the face so you remember your oath. If you remember one thing, it's that when breaking news happens, I'm live. So come to my YouTube channel. Comment below. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Comment once the video posts later. Appreciate you all.